Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sherlock Holmes, and in this video I'm going to take you through the Smoant Karat pod system. If their fucking dog upstairs will shut up. This is one of the reasons I'm moving. All night long, barking, stomping. It's like they have a bowling alley upstairs. On this channel, I do vlogs, build tutorials, and reviews like this, so if you're new here, consider subscribing. Oh, jeez. Torture testing, accidentally. And in this video, we have an open pod system by Smoant, which is a company I very much appreciate. Their Naboo kit was fantastic. I just reviewed that recently. I'll stick that up here. You can check that out. And I think this might be their first foray into pod systems, but nevertheless, we're gonna take a real close look at it. And I can say, so far, so good with this system. Major points up front for being an open pod system, meaning you put your own juice in this. Now, it's definitely going to work much better with a nic salt juice in it. You can run normal nicotine juice in this, but it's just not gonna perform as well as the nic salt stuff, unless you have something like a 50-50 or a 60-40, something with the higher PG blends. Oh shit. So the build on this is just fantastic. Extremely well built with a nice metal. Hefty metal. Nice and thick. You can see the thickness when you look inside when you take the pod out, but overall very beautiful finish as well. A couple things about this though, it's definitely a fingerprint magnet type of finish. Very metallic-y. I love the two-tone, comes in a variety of different colors. When you have these materials though, this metal in particular, one thing I don't like about these finishes is that, so besides the fingerprints, it kind of collects oil and gets a little greasy. Like, it definitely feels held. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about if you've ever had anything with this type of finish. So you are going to experience that with this pod system if you get the metallic finishes. Would like to see this in matte. As far as I'm aware, I don't believe it comes in a matte finish. Now all the dogs in my neighborhood are barking. Fantastic. So it does look like all the color options are going to be very metallic looking, but I'm not going to take major points off for that. Like most other pod systems, it's charged via USB. I like the placement of it, lays flat, charges fast, has everything else that you would expect, and overall, I'm a big fan. Extremely durable, extremely well built, one-piece body. We have some ventilation at the bottom, some branding on the front, nice minimalist. It's definitely a bigger pod system for sure, and it's definitely one of the heaviest. 370 milliamp hour battery is going to give you really great battery life, at least 3/4 to a full day depending on how long you use it. They're saying the chipset on the inside is water and oil resistant. I don't know if those claims are accurate at all, and I have not pulled this apart to take a look at it. On the inside of the battery, we can see 2 connection pins and 2 magnets. Those magnets are gonna keep the pod in really nice and secure. And the connection is nice. Like, it's a nice tight connection. It's not gonna go anywhere just winging it around like this. It's solid. Not as tight as I would like, and it doesn't click in like I would like it to as well, but it stays in there, so I really can't complain. The pod itself is made of plastic, holds a standard 2 mils of juice. With such a big pod, I would have thought it'd be more, but it is kind of narrow. Overall, I do like the construction of this. It does feel pretty sturdy. On the bottom, we have corresponding magnets, connection points, and then 2 big rubber gaskets covering 2 big fill holes on the bottom. I like that they made these fill holes so big, and these rubber gaskets are really nice. I don't have any leaking issues or anything like that. These definitely hold real true. I will say the connection on this thing is really solid. I can't tell you how many times I've tested pod systems with this type of system where it just kind of clicks into place and it doesn't make good enough connection and it won't hit, and it's just a nightmare. I've had no issues like that or any other performance issues. at all with this thing. Let me hit this and then we'll go into their proprietary coil system. So this thing hits like a tank. It's gonna hit on your higher end of like the pod system hitting spectrum. It's gonna hit up there with your Sorens, like your Soren Breeze, Soren Drop, things like that. Soren Air, Soren Drop, Soren Breeze, fuck, probably something, right? It's gonna be much more intense than most on the market, higher end of the spectrum for sure. Something I do wanna mention, and something I'm a little cautious about, and I don't know much about it, but they're claiming, and let me look this up to be fair to everybody. Okay, so a Quartz Coil pod is what they're touting in these. The coil is made of quartz. Karat innovatively uses Quartz Coil in pod system, shortening prime time, no break-in time, great flavor from first puff is what's on the website. And it has a diagram and intensive heating microporous. I don't know anything about this. I have concerns with some applications of ceramic. I don't know about this at all enough to give an opinion on. Either way, all I can give you is my firsthand experience with it, so that's what I'm gonna do. I will tell you, I do have some concerns about this type of material in here, and I don't know what it does, and that's why I'm concerned about it. Not enough to not use it, but I will tell you that I filled this up with 40 milligram Red Dream Hometown Hero Salted. Didn't give it any time to prime, immediately hit it, and I didn't get any burnt taste. It was very flavorful, and the flavor that I'm getting off of this is impressive. Very, very impressive. Now they're vacuuming. Maybe if it's something you guys would be interested in, I'll break this open and take a look at that heating element and see what it's all about. I don't get any funky taste. It's actually a very pure, very crisp and clean flavor from this. It's definitely up there with some of the best performers I've had. I'm a big fan of the design. I like the aesthetic. I like how thin it is. It's not like ridiculously thick. It fits in my pocket nice. I like the heft of it. I like the durability. I love the flavor, the performance, and the way it hits. I think it looks fantastic. The colors are vibrant and nice. The finish, it's just built well, and it's reasonably priced. I'm seeing it around like $30 to $40, and I will put links in the description for this and anything else I talk about. The cartridges last a long time, and they're pretty cheap. I'm seeing like 2 of them for $8, so $4 a piece. Amazing deals. You can sometimes pay $10 a piece for pods. With the juice capacity and everything, I'm a big fan. My only major concern with this thing is whatever heating element they're using and how that holds up to the repetitive heating and cooling and how it's gonna do like over a month of use. But I'm not concerned enough to not use it. Smoant is a reputable company, so I'm putting a little bit of faith in them there. Oh, now they're vacuuming hardwood floors. Come on. I'm gonna wrap this up before they start vacuuming again. If you're not subscribed already, get subscribed, press the bell if you want to be notified when I post new content. Like that smash button, it really does help. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sherlock Holmes, and I will see you in the next video.